see a squad from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Utes will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So USC's offense will go on the attack first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Yeah, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Mayama. Pressure coming. Working that left side now. He's loose at the 30. It's a seam wide up. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Utah Utes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Utes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He's got it on the right.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. sixth play of the drive coming up. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Mayala. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Bring in the heat. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Utah.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is why Lysackle's one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for space, it's Jordan. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard, it's at the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, and the attempt is no good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown aside. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown USC. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snags it over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Third down play from the gun. He's got it down the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Utes are flying down the field. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, you've got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. Ends it off on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Utes. Quarterback stays clean in the pocket on that touchdown pass. A little thank you is in order to the offensive line.
Maybe find them an NIL deal, right? Feed those guys. Go get them to a buffet. Take care of those big uglies up front, because when you have that kind of pocket, you should take advantage of it. You should be able to make big plays, and he does.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, and 2 straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on second down. Finds his man. It's Jordan. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Rushes on him. Makes a connection. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Jordan. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He leaves it with his back. Hard running there. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half.
Coming out with it, it's Glover. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Setting up the screen. Wide open spaces. All out of space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Utah! Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They botched a scoring opportunity the last time they had it, fumbling inside the 20, and now a chance to put up something here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. At the 35, he's open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Got the quick pass. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. 1st and 10 for the offense. To the ground with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. This drive has been sharp. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll give it to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Using his legs, it's Dalton. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give to the tailback. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. He's got the tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Fires to the middle. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete to the left. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Utes will line up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Finds his target down the middle. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep...
And he's still running after the move. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
To the air, it's Mayava. That's caught. It's Lane. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Trojans are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught over the middle. It's Lane. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. The Trojans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Got a man. It's Parker. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Utes in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down, late in the game, I need to force some plays, ball, or probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They just keep firing. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking to pass, it's Dampier. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Parker. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
But man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close, The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Time to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Mayava. That's reeled in, it's Lane. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Pulls it in. It's Straka. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bentley. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.